The Site C Dam is nestled in the northeastern corner of BC, out of sight, perhaps, but certainly not out of mind. It's long been mired in controversy, the protests going back several years. After it broke ground in 2015, then Premier Christy Clark vowed to push the project past the point of no return.
I'm proud of what we're doing with Site C. I know we have a very different position on that from the opposition.
Once all the generating units are online at Site C, we'll be able to power almost 500,000 homes in British Columbia.
To produce all this electricity, water upstream must first be stored in this huge reservoir.
You can say that it's a big battery. This is the storage for the dam.
To create this reservoir, 55 square kilometers of land were flooded along the Peace River, almost 3 times the size of Victoria.
In 2014, British Columbia approved a project that would change Canada's energy future forever. A $16 billion hydroelectric dam, one of the most expensive infrastructure projects in the country's history. But why is Canada investing so much in this dam, and what makes it so special? This is the story of the Site C Dam, its history, its impact, and why it could save Canada's energy future. This video is sponsored by Viral Studio. Most people watch YouTube, but few realize they could be making $1,000 to $5,000 per month without showing their face. This channel is proof. I've put together a free guide with 100 viral faceless YouTube niches so you can start your own channel today. Grab it in the description below. Hydroelectric power is a major part of Canada's energy system. In fact, more than 60% of the country's electricity comes from hydropower. British Columbia, in particular, relies heavily on hydroelectricity, and most of its energy is generated by the dams on the Peace River. The Site C Dam is the third dam on this river, following the W.A.C. Bennett Dam, completed in 1968, and the Peace Canyon Dam, completed in 1980. The idea for a third dam has been around since the 1970s, but the project faced delays for decades due to concerns over cost, environmental damage, and land use. In 2014, the British Columbia government approved Site C, and construction began in 2015. The goal? To provide clean, renewable energy for future generations. But why now? Why did Canada push forward with this project after so many years of debate? The answer lies in population growth and energy demand. British Columbia's population has grown significantly, reaching over 5.5 million people. As more people move to cities and industries expand, energy demand is expected to rise. The Site C Dam will add 1,100 megawatts of power to the grid. That's enough electricity to supply about 450,000 homes annually. In simple terms, this dam is designed to provide a long-term, stable source of electricity to prevent power shortages in the future. However, this massive project hasn't come without controversy. Critics argue that the cost, originally estimated at $8.3 billion, but later revised to $16 billion, is too high. Others worry about the environmental consequences and the displacement of Indigenous communities. Despite the debates, the dam is now over 90% complete, with the reservoir filling process already underway. But what exactly makes this project so important for Canada? The Site C Dam is more than just an energy project. It's an economic engine. Since construction began in 2015, the project has created thousands of jobs. At its peak, over 5,000 workers were employed on-site. Even after completion, the dam will continue to support local businesses and industries. But beyond jobs, the dam plays a key role in Canada's clean energy future. Unlike coal or natural gas, hydroelectricity produces zero direct greenhouse gas emissions. This aligns with Canada's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2050. However, the dam's environmental impact has raised concerns. The flooding of 128 square kilometers of land has led to debates about habitat destruction. Wildlife, forests, and agricultural lands have been affected, and Indigenous communities have raised objections about the loss of traditional territories. Several First Nations groups, including the West Moberly First Nations and Prophet River First Nation, have opposed the project. Legal battles have been fought, with Indigenous leaders arguing that the dam violates treaty rights. Despite these challenges, the government has moved forward, arguing that the long-term benefits of clean energy outweigh the short-term environmental losses. Interestingly, Canada isn't alone in facing these hydroelectric dilemmas. Countries like Brazil, China, and Norway have also built massive dams, balancing economic benefits with environmental and social costs. So, with all these challenges, what makes the Site C Dam different? And how does its design compare to other major hydro projects around the world? The Site C Dam is a technological marvel. Standing 60 meters high and over a kilometer wide, this earth-filled dam is designed to withstand massive water pressure while lasting for over a century. The dam's core is made of clay-rich glacial till, which is covered with granular material and riprap to reinforce stability. This design helps prevent erosion and ensures that the dam remains secure even under extreme weather conditions. The reservoir behind the dam is filling up, and once completed, it will hold enough water to power the turbines for decades. But how does the Site C Dam compare to other hydroelectric projects? Take China's Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest hydroelectric dam. It generates a staggering 22,500 megawatts, nearly 20 times the capacity of Site C. However, its construction displaced over 1.4 million people and had enormous environmental consequences. Or consider Brazil's Belo Monte Dam, which has a capacity of 11,233 megawatts, but has faced severe backlash for disrupting the Amazon rainforest and indigenous communities. Compared to these megadams, Site C is much smaller, but arguably more sustainable. Its impact on local communities is significant, but far less dramatic than other global projects. So, what does all this mean for the future? With completion expected in 2025, Site C will soon be fully operational. It will provide stable, clean electricity for generations and help Canada reduce its reliance on fossil fuels. As the project nears completion, its success or failure will shape the future of energy policy in British Columbia and beyond. One thing is certain. This $16 billion megadam is set to make history. Would you support more hydroelectric projects like this? Or should Canada focus on other renewable energy sources?